It reminds me of the old joke where a rabbi is invited to spend Shabbos in a particular community. Shabbos morning, the president of the synagogue goes over to the guest rabbi and asks him, "What will you be speaking about this morning? What will be your topic?" And he says, "I'll speak about Shabbos." And the president says, "Oh, please, not here. That's a very controversial topic." "Okay, I'll speak about the laws of family purity." "Oh no, way too contentious." "Okay, I'll speak about kashrus, the laws of kosher." "Ooh, not here. It will make everyone feel very uncomfortable." "So what should I speak about?" So the president says, "What do you mean? Speak about Judaism." We have to teach our children the truth about Hashem, the creator of the universe, and personal stories of Hashgacha Pratis, how Hashem watches over us. We have to demonstrate to our children how we can see the creator in everything that exists. Take fruit trees, for example. Why do apples turn red only after they're ripe, and grapes turn purple only after they're ripe, and oranges turn yellow only after they're ripe, while fruits are all green before they turn ripe? But what is the purpose of color in fruit? The bright color is to make the fruit conspicuous among the green leaves and to make it attractive to the eaters. The green causes the fruits to be inconspicuous among the green leaves. The unripe fruit remain unnoticeable, in addition to remaining unattractive as long as it's unfit for eating. Would anyone suggest that the tree has the intelligence to know the following? That there are eaters who have eyes, which distinguish colors, who possess stomachs, and have the senses of smell and taste, and who dislike sour food, and that the eater possesses teeth? There are only two choices. Either this all happened by accident, or by incredible design. To think otherwise is to live in a dream world of unreality. We have to show how the Torah is the leading light and focal point of our religion. Of course, things like Israel and Tikkun Olam are all so crucial and vital and so important. But the central focus is the Torah, which the Creator of the world has given us. People of all walks of life are searching for meaning and purpose, searching for religious and secular humanistic ideals, for direction in life. But we're all looking in the wrong places. We have it. The Torah that belongs to each and every one of us. There's a joke. A soldier is in the army, and all day he walks around, and he sees a little piece of paper on the floor, and he goes, "Oh, this is it." He picks it up. No, it is not it. He sees another piece of paper. "Oh, this is it." No, it is not it. That's all he does all day. "Oh, this is it." No, it is not it. They figured out to get rid of this guy. So they bring him to the doctor in the army, and he comes into the office, the doctor's office, and he sees a little piece of paper on the floor, and he runs over. "This is it." No, it is not it. "This is it." This is not it. The doctor says, "Forget about it." They write up his discharge papers, and they hand it to him. He takes the paper, and he looks at it, and he goes, "This is it." But the Torah is truly it. The sensitivities demonstrated in the Torah cannot be found anywhere else. Just a few weeks ago, we read the story of Noach and the flood. We know that Noach built an ark. How did the animals know that they were supposed to come to the ark? We know all the animals of the world came to the ark. How did they know to come? Hashem decreed, God decreed that the animals on their own should come. From each of the non-kosher animals, there were 2 of each species that came to the ark. Of the kosher animals, there were 7 of each species. Why 7 and not 2? Because the kosher animals were going to be used later on as sacrifices. So we needed more than 2, so we had 7. But the kosher animals did not come on their own. In fact, God instructed Noah to go and gather the kosher animals to bring them to the ark. Why was it necessary to gather the kosher animals as opposed to the non-kosher animals? Listen to what Rabbi Dovid tells us. Hashem, the Father of compassion, did not want to decree that the animals should have to come on their own for the purpose of a sacrifice to be slaughtered. Therefore Hashem instructed Noah to go out and gather the kosher animals for the ark. It would appear that to compel the animals to come on their own volition to the ark would have been exhibiting a lack of compassion. The obvious question is why? Why would that be indicating a lacking in compassion? The animals are being saved by coming into the ark. They would drown otherwise. And furthermore, the animals have no idea that they're going to be slaughtered. Apparently, the Torah's yardstick for measuring what is compassion and what is in violation of compassion is very, very delicate. Although the animals would perish if they did not enter the ark, that would be the greatest merit for the animals to be offered as a sacrifice. But to force the animals to come on their own and thereby facilitate their own eventual deaths is viewed by the Torah as cruel and intolerable. The Torah tells us that a person is prohibited to plow with an ox and a donkey together. The Das Kanim explains that an ox chews its cud, of course, it's a kosher animal. The donkey does not chew its cud. So after a meal, the animals go out to work. They go out to work in the field, and the donkey is hearing the ox chewing. So it becomes upsetting to the donkey. I assume that the donkey sees the ox didn't find any new food, but to have to listen to the ox chewing distresses the donkey. Therefore the Torah writes that as a prohibition, it is forbidden to plow with an ox and a donkey simultaneously. Now if we have to be super concerned for the feelings of animals, how much more so are we required to be sensitive to the needs of others, whether they are physical needs or emotional needs. We don't have to run anywhere. Everything is in the Torah. As it says in Avos, the Kulaba, everything is written in the Torah. The only way for our children to stay committed to Judaism is if Torah becomes real and they feel that they are part of something great. It becomes part of their being. Whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, or Joe the plumber, your occupation is not what defines you. Being Jewish does. Just one final thought. If you drive around this time of the year on I-95 or Route 1, the scenery is magnificent. You see the most beautiful colored leaves on the trees. You see groups of yellow and orange trees, and then a striking red tree. What's interesting is that if you examine an individual leaf, you see it's dry and wilting, nowhere near as fresh as when it was green back in the spring. Yet when all the leaves come together and you look at all the trees on the side of the road, you see a gorgeous panoramic scene, more beautiful than any work of art. Sometimes we say to ourselves, I'm only one person, what can I accomplish? However, if all of us here tonight share the beauty and timelessness of Torah with our fellow Jew, who knows what a difference we can make. Thank you all so much for coming tonight.